Oh wow, a museum of ancient feminist art. This looks so cool. I'm gonna go inside.
Hello, how can I help you?
One general admission ticket, please.
Here you go. Would you like me to give you a tour of the art?
That would be awesome.
All right, what were you hoping to see here today?
I was hoping to learn about examples of strong and powerful women in ancient art.
Oh, great. We have some lovely pieces that'll be right up your alley. Let's start with the first piece in this exhibit.
Wow.
This is the Porch of the Maidens. It was originally built sometime around 421 and 407 BCE by the architect Nesicles. They're over 2 meters tall, made of marble, and were originally at the Acropolis in Athens. The pieces are also known as caryatids, which means they are built as part of the structure. They act as columns and support the building around them. I think this supports the feminist argument you were looking for, as the Acropolis was an important temple of religious significance, and these women were part of what kept it standing.
That's so cool. Is there any symbolism in their physical details?
Yes, there is. One interesting part of their composition is that they have one leg bent and one straight, which is symbolic of the strong yet stable nature. Um, Sir,
Oh,
I kindly ask you to remove yourself from
oh,
the
sorry. My bad.
artifact.
My bad.
Yeah, thank you.
Won't happen again.
I believe their stature indicates their strength as well. I read an article from Alexandra Lesk, and she said in this time period, there are more women than ever in art, and how it showed the contrast between the familial roles of women and women depicted conquering nations.
Wow, I can't wait to hear more.
If you follow me over here, you can see a Nike of Samothrace sculpture.
Oh wow.
This is a Hellenistic piece from around 190 BCE, made of Parian marble and stands at 2.5 meters tall. The medium used was a sculpture, and it was sculpted by Hermann Thiersch. The form of the sculpture is interesting, as she was originally sculpted on a Greek warship. She originally stood in a fountain-like structure within the early 2nd century BCE, probably dedicated to the Rhodians after their victories offside Cape Myonnesos.
She's so pretty. Is there any symbolism behind her?
It was dedicated to the sanctuary of the great gods, and its main iconography was to save the worshippers from the perils of the sea. Her clothing alternatively presses against her body, as she has a Hellenistic style structure. Very detailed, expressed, modern, with flowing movement. The sculpture represents a confident being, as they are sculpted within their chest upwards, outwards, and their wings behind their back, as if they are showing off themselves to the world. The slight drapery of the clothing over her leg is very detailed and well thought out. An article I read quotes, "The effect on stormy movement and gale on the drapery has hardly ever been more gloriously handled."
Wow, that is such a cool one. I don't see how you could top that.
Well, I do have one more piece I think you'll really like to see.
Oh wow, is that the goddess Athena?
Yes, it is. Good job. Athena is the goddess of wisdom and military victory, and was commonly depicted in battle. The first statue of her was made of gold and ivory by Phidias in 451 to 448 BCE. It was almost an impressive 12 meters tall and carried multiple items. She's depicted with a crown, shield, and spear, among other items.
I bet women didn't typically have weapons and shields, huh?
In most art pieces from this time, women were depicted with men or representing beauty and fertility, but Athena represented so much more. Sir, if you could not touch the
So,
artifacts, I'd like to keep her shield upwards.
sorry, sorry.
Athenians thought items associated with her, like olive branches, for example, helped keep her away evil spirits, so they placed them on their mantle or doors. They also called her the averter of evil, and some people think she was the ultimate weapon of her time. An article I like states, her protection was the most fearsome one could obtain, and the signs of that protection were invested with the same fearsome qualities as their source.
She sounds so strong.
She was one of many women who were represented with strength in art, instead of being represented with motherly aspects. Did you know ancient art would often focus the woman around the man or motherly acts instead of giving her independence?
No, I had no idea.
Women commonly represented a few specific themes like motherhood and fertility. But now you'll be able to tell people about women who did the opposite.
Oh, thank you. This was so much fun.
No problem. Come again sometime.